Hi everyone and welcome to Amy Learns to Cook. On the show today, we're going to do an unboxing of a KitchenAid Proline 16-cup food processor. This is a very feature-rich food processor that definitely has a lot more going for it than the previous 11-cup we tested in the Ultimate Showdown. We're going to put this bad boy to the test against two other full-size food processors and see who comes out on top. So join me for an unboxing of the KitchenAid Proline 16-cup food processor. So this is the KitchenAid Proline 16-cup food processor. This is KitchenAid's top-of-the-line food processor. And it has a lot of features in it. We're going to go through some of the features and eventually we're going to see how they all work. Now, this machine is really at the high end of the price point. The Breville so far has been my favorite food processor, and it is around $400. This thing retails on KitchenAid's website at $599. So that means this food processor, if you were to buy it straight from KitchenAid, is $600. Now you can get it online many places for about $100 less than that for $499. And let me tell you what kind of deal I got on this bad boy. I kind of wanted to play around with these, but to be honest with you, at that price, I wasn't going to get one. And I saw on Amazon a seller in their marketplace was selling refurbished versions of this Proline. These are factory refurbished food processors. And the price that they had was $249. I did have to pay $40-some in shipping, but I had to jump on that because with the original price being $600 and then this refurbished being listed at $249, I said I can justify that to play around with this. This is a 16-cup food processor, and what's interesting about it has a commercial style dicer in that. So not only does it chop and shred and slice, but it also supposedly dices. So we're going to do a test of the dicer and see how it performs. This is a very feature-rich food processor, as you see when we start unloading this, everything that it has with it. So let's open this bad boy up. This is a refurbished model. It has the original warranty. I'm usually not afraid of buying refurbished. My very favorite KitchenAid mixer, I originally bought my first one and it was refurbished and I've had it for 15 years. So it could be that it was returned, it was a floor model, it could have been from any millions of reasons why it's refurbished. So these are some of the things that comes with it. It comes with a lot of different blades that adjust. It comes with the dicing kit, it comes with the dough hook, it comes with several bowls, 3 bowls. So this thing is really, really great, right? So let's open it up and see how these parts are. So let's get this open with the help of my assistant because it is very large. And the first thing you'll get is your manual. Pretty nice manual. Doesn't really have any recipes at all. It is thorough, telling you how to use the machine, but there's no recipes. So just keep that in mind. So in here we have our plunger, and it has a typical thing. This has a hole in it for you to do emulsifying. It has a medium-sized plunger and then the large. It's actually a pretty wide plunger, so that's nice. Here's the lid, and here's your feed chute. Can almost guarantee that because of this wide mouth feed tube that they don't want you to put your hands in there. So you'll have to have this down to some extent to get the machine to work. But it does have a really nice wide feed tube. So here's our basic machine, and it comes with a big, huge container to hold all your attachments and everything. So let's have my lovely assistant get it out here for me. Wow. That is a serious box of tools. And this is our tool storage box. Now the Breville has a storage box with it as well because it comes with tons of different tools. The Cuisinart does not because it comes with very minimal attachments. One of the things I can say about this box is it's really nice. It is huge and it is heavy. It has a lock here, so in case you have kids, you want to keep them out, you can lock the box down and they aren't able to get in there. So let's open this up and see what we have in here. In here we have a lot of stuff. We have a scraper paddle. We have, this is the stem that your blade goes on. This food processor has an automatic adjustment on the outside for the blade. So this is your chopping blade, and it's very sharp, and it has an adjuster on the outside that adjusts the thickness of the blade. So it's very lots of different functions on it. Here you have your dough blade. You have your main chopping blade, your multi-purpose blade. Here you have a chopping blade for the mini bowl. There's two mini bowls on this, and that's a chopping blade for those. You also have your shredding disc. It's a medium shredding disc on one side and a fine shredding disc on the other side. And you also have your dicing blade. Ooh. Not exactly sure how this thing works, but we are going to test this out and see how it works. Instructions right there. Yeah, it's got some instructions on it. This also goes to your dicer. I think it cleans it out. So some models of this Proline come with a few other attachments. When I purchased it as a refurbished, I got the model that I got, right? You can order these separately, and there's a spot for it. Right here, there's a spot for an egg whip to make meringues. I could tell you that the Breville comes with this blade automatically. Here, on this model, I'd have to buy it separately. It also has another slot right here for another blade, and that is like an ice crusher Parmesan shredding blade. It would go there.
Breville has that, right?
I believe Breville has it. I'm not exactly sure. I don't really chop Parmesan, so that's not something I would order. The egg whip is something that I would like to have, as well as there's a juicer that comes with this, where you can juice citrus. And that's too something I would like to have. That doesn't come on really any other food processor. So in here, we have a lot of stuff to play with, right? We have our chopping blades, our slicing blade, our shredding blades. This is fine and medium. We have our dicing kit, and we have our little spatula. It all sits down in this nice case that you can lock and keep your kids out. So here's our basic unit. We have our lid that we looked at before. This comes with 3 bowls. It comes with this small bowl for doing herbs, a little bit of onion. It has its own chopping blade. You can do, you know, a small amount of dressing with this. It's a 4-cup bowl. It also comes with another inner bowl that is a 10-cup bowl. So if you have a big project going on, there's multiple bowls in here, so you don't have to just constantly wash them in between. You know, some people say I can use the smaller bowl and not dirty the big one, but I dirty the big one when I'm using the small one. So it just gives me extra bowls. Here is our basic bowl. This is a 16-cup bowl. It fits just right on here. Really easy to put on. In terms of the control, this is your on and off in your pulse. This is your high and low. So when you're on, you can go high and low. Not too many food processors have that. And this is a thing that controls that slicing dip. So if you want it thicker or thinner, you can control it here on the fly on the outside of the bowl instead of having to take the blade out. We just control it here. Some of the drawbacks of this is it doesn't tell you what thickness it is, so you just have to know through experience what those settings are. The base of this is metal. It's very heavy. This is not something that you're just gonna pack up and down in the cabinet. It's probably something you're either gonna keep on your cabinet or keep in the pan room, right, if you have one of those. This is, the motor unit on this is 20 pounds. The other KitchenAid Architect that's 11 cup, it's only 5 pounds. So this is significantly heavier. So this is our KitchenAid Proline 16 cup food processor. We're going to put this bad boy to the test. The very first video that we're going to upload with this is we're going to test out that dicing blade to see how that works. We're going to do potatoes, we're going to do zucchini, and we're going to see how that dicing blade works. We are then going to put this to the test against 2 other full-size food processors. We're going to test this against the Breville, and we're going to test this against the Cuisinart 14 cup. The top of the line on all 3 competitive brands, and we will see who comes out the winner. If you like this video, please subscribe below and leave me a comment and a like, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest at Amy Learns to Cook.